Okay, since the last video I came across a couple of more problems, and they relate to second gear and third gear, which I will be replacing. The dog teeth on third gear are not as badly worn as they are in second gear, but what the heck, I got the transmission apart. I'm going to replace those two gears. I checked the dog teeth on first gear. I had this apart, and they're fine. There we go. Let me get that back in there. Okay. So, and I'm also inspected the sliders, and both sliders need to be replaced because they are actually quite worn. The dog teeth in there, they are quite. Actually, one side is even worse than the other. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not in the best of shape. So I'm going to replace those. I have them in order. So I removed that, and then I took the synchros, the spring, and everything off, and I found out another problem. So also replacing all of the spring washers that hold the synchros into place, because on this one here, if you can just see right there on the right hand side there's a groove cut in there, and there's wear and tear on this one, so I'm replacing all of those. It's fairly straightforward to remove the synchro. The spring, you remove that spring clip right there with the spring clip pliers, whatever you call those, and it'll come off, and this just pops out, and what you have is the synchro, you have the spring, and then you have the seat, which is here, spring seat, and that took a little bit of prying to get it off the gear, but it came off. When you go to put it back on, just put the spring back on, pop the synchro over top, and then just spin it carefully until it snaps in. There it is, it's locked in. Then you put the circlip back on, and you're good to go, and it ends up looking like this. First gear, and it's all set. Okay, that fell apart, no problem. Now, what I wanted to point out, how did I remove, this is the main shaft, and I removed third gear from the main shaft. So let me pop third gear back on. Okay, what I did here, I put this in the vise and applied a little bit of pressure between here and the thrust washer. And by doing that, just a tiny little bit of pressure, I was able to release the spring clip or the circlip very easily. That came off, and then it just pulls off, and then you just take the synchros off, just the way I explained for number 2. So anyway, that's where I am now. It's a little bit more money than I was going to invest in, but what the hell? You're rebuilding the transmission, and do it now or you do it in a year's time. And it is a pain to take transmission out. I'm lucky I have a pit, so it made it easier for me, and it's a bit of work, but it's not as difficult as I thought. So I'm just waiting for the other parts to come in, and when they come in, I'll start rebuilding it. Anyway, okay. Thank you again. Until the next video.